Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before that taught us this truth. Shalom to the Akwat that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,000, the 1/3, the hopeful elect of Israel. All right, just a quick commentary on how quickly or how much longer, how soon the end is coming, right? Which is what I gravitate to apparently. So Matthew 24 and what is it? Oh, here it is. Here. When? Well, this gospel has to be preached in all the world. Are we there yet? Let's find out. All right. This can be short. I'm going to keep it short, Lord willing. 2 weeks ago, Belinda Sternad, I don't know how to say that, white people finally tells the truth. Black and indigenous people, I don't know, people, AME, are the originals, the chosen people. Okay, so, yeah, when you see those that appear to be heathen, right? Because Jake knows, but Jake don't want to know. So it's going to take Esau to stand up and tell Jake, because Jake is about, his head is up his ass. But when Esau says something, then Jake is listening. Jake got the ear horn out, right? Here we go.
Now, the original people are black people and people of color.
I don't feel that Jewish. It's not something. It's not an element in my life that
Israelis that live in Israel today are not the Israelites.
So for that brother to say that, right, looking like a damn Hamite, okay, the truth is coming out to everybody now. Let me say this. I remember coming in 08, right, 07, 08, coming in, ain't nobody knew, right? That moment where you come into the truth and you want to go tell everybody, right? You stand up, right? I went to the black open mic, right? Stood up, hey, we're Israelites, guys. They laughed at me. All right. So the difference between now and then, right? 15, 16 years now, you can clearly see that the word has gone out. To what degree, we got to find out. But anyway, let's listen to this.
So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys. Well, white people actually came out to tell the truth. They are actually saying that black people are the true chosen people of the Israel, like black and indigenous people. Guys, I'm just going to roll the stage as well as other stages I was able to put together. Please just leave me your own thought in the comment section, and do not forget that this page does not support any form of violence. We're just here for educational purposes, guys. I'll be leaving my own thought by the end of this video. And also, do not forget to please subscribe to this channel if you've not done that already. Like this video, share as much as you can so we can educate all the people, guys. All right, lovelies,
So we can educate all the people. Here it is. We've been doing all this work, and this girl coming out talking about we educate. All right. Now, when people make this, which I believe this brother right here is going to make this statement, but when people say Kanye and Kyrie were right, when they say that, when they woke up. All right? Let's get another, speaking of waking up, because that's what this is. Some are waking up, right? To this glorious gospel. Okay? Let's get that real quick. Let's see. They stood upon their feet. What is that? That's a 11 rev. Let's get that real quick, just to keep the precepts coming out. This is Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. What is that Spirit of life? This knowledge, right? And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Stop right there. Okay? So after that 350 years of slavery, right around Abba Bivens in 69-ish, right in there. All right? We got that breath back. Stood upon their feet, right? This is us standing upon our feet, and this is an example of us standing on our feet and an example of great fear, right? You decide who is who. Okay? Is this great fear, or is this standing on your feet? When there's a girl right here, when she speaks, determine. Make your determination. Is it great fear? Let's find out. Because you know the children are going to complain of a lying father. Paraphrasing, we'll get that, Lord willing. Take it away.
Let's into the video.
Why do you think that the U.S. is so quick to go help Israel fight against the Palestinians? Why? They know that the Jewish people in Israel are not the original people. Oh, no. They are definitely not. The original people are black people and people of color. So why did one lady, Judith Shore, she was an Israeli consul, say that the biggest threat in Israel is the younger black community? Why do they feel so threatened? Why?
With just that clip alone is waking up a lot of people, right? And these little tidbits, right, are coming out, and Jake is biting. And again, I say that because in 08 and 09, wasn't no biting. None. But now this thing is getting traction. All right? You can see him waking up. You can see him getting scared. She's got some fear on her. Let her continue to show her fear.
Why? Because you know why? They know that the
And she ain't exactly scared. She's mad. They shall complain. She's complaining.
people were the original chosen ones, the original ones that were there. The people over there now, they took over all that land, just like they're trying to take over all of Palestine. They have taken so much land from Palestine also. But watch what this lady says about the black community being Israel's biggest problem. Like, what? Did you just tell on yourselves that, you know, how y'all took slaves out of there back in the day and brought them, you know, and made them make America and all this because you took them from their original spot.
She looked like she's Northern Kingdom. Got the umbrellas on, head bobbing. Right? Oh, nigga, you just want... No. Look at that. She's indignant. She could be a Jake.
Now they are trying to sit there and continue to take all the little bit of land that Palestine has. The U.S. is evil. The U.S. is evil, not the people in it, because I am from the U.S., but what I'm saying, all this shit is crazy. We have U.S. soldiers over there going to sit there and kill innocent kids, women, children, elderly men, everything in Palestine. But how did black people, all of a sudden, young black people, and the community of black people, all of a sudden become the problem to Israel? Please explain this to me. Is it because your guilt's starting to get to you? But watch this clip.
Problem with Israel is with the young generation of the Black community. Black Lives Matter starts there.
Shalom Israel, and to the Gentiles that hold on to the truth of Messiah. So it's an excellent question. Who are the Hebrews? I get.
He's gonna say all the wrong names, but he's gonna say it's Ephraim, right? He's gonna claim Ephraim and keep it pushing, all right? Letting you know, who is this? Is this a righteous one? Waking up to the wrong name, waking up to shame, and some are gonna wake up to everlasting shame, right?
Question from Gentiles a lot, but I also get it from Hebrews who know they are, because they're trying to see like what side of the truth I'm in. Now, simply put, the Bible is black history. The children of Israel are predominantly people who are black, people of color. And I don't want to get into myself, because a lot of people like they're not sure, but I know my tribe's Ephraim because the Most High woke me up. And we're mixed with the Gentiles. Our forefathers did that. So I claim my Israelite heritage too. But
Ephraim is a cake nut turn. Right.
predominantly, Israel is black, especially tribe of Judah. So that's who the real Hebrews are. You just need to visit Deuteronomy 28 and look at the curses that are fallen upon us as a people. You can look at the biblical songs of Solomon that show Solomon describing his skin color. You just need to look at the color of the earth when Adam was formed. You just need to look at the description of Yehoshua in the book of Revelation.
Yahushua? See, you got that part wrong. So go back. Look at you. Might put that dot back on your head. Wake up, Ephraim. All right, get the names right.
To understand these things. So you also know that when the dispersions happened, many went from beyond the rivers of Cush. And that's where the Most High is going to gather people from as he prepares them for the pure language, which is like Zephaniah 3. So we know, I also said in the book
So what is that pure language? Huh? Yahuwah? What did you say? What is that pure language?
Jerusalem's going to be trampled on by Gentiles. So we have to have an understanding of who the true people are and who the people of Shem really are. So so these are the real Hebrews. But nevertheless, we need to be circumcised in the heart, and Gentiles have to be okay also with this truth, but they're welcome into the kingdom, obviously. But salvation.
Yeah, they got a job in the kingdom to do. You're welcome to do it, or you can be forced to do it.
The Yehudim, and so there's a hierarchy to these things. It needs to be understood. It just needs to be received as a truth. Just like when we walked as Christians, previously we accepted the things that were thrown at us, and we didn't complain because we just wanted to love the Most High. So here's the truth, and this is what it is. So shalom to you all.
Shalom.
The Israelis that live in Israel today are not the Israelites. They are Europeans. They migrated from Europe.
So if this is true, where's your beard? And why are you shaving your head? Are you a Hamite?
From countries like France, Spain, Italy, Britain, and others to the Middle East. They migrated from Europe and pushed out the Palestinians to create the state of Israel. The same Europeans migrated from Europe to North America and pushed out the Native Americans there and created the states of Canada and the United States. The same Europeans migrated from Europe to South Africa and tried to push out the Africans there to create the state of South Africa. Luckily, because of the resilience of the Africans, they failed. South Africans took back their country in 1994 after being oppressed for so long, after living under the same apartheid like the Palestinians. They took back their country, but they're still fighting to take back their economy. The same Europeans migrated from Europe to Australia and New Zealand, and they pushed out the Aboriginals there to create Australia and New Zealand. So you see, the ones you call Israelis are not Israelites. They have the decency to call themselves Israelis because they know there's a difference between the Israelites of the Bible and them. I thought I would share that piece of information because anyone who plays around with Australians, he is from the United States. Anyone who plays with the Europeans, the British, he is from the Americans. So likewise, anyone who plays with the Israelis will hear from the Americans. That's their big brother. So they protect one another. They know they are one. They stand up for each other. They are all Europeans. They are not Israelites. They are simply Europeans. I thought I would share that. Have a good day.
And where it gets interesting is, in America, there was a slave trade. And a lot of the slaves, a very high percentage of them, came from Western Nigerian ports. And in America today, you see a very large movement of African Americans who say that they're the real chosen people, that they're the children of Israel, they're the Judeans. You know, so what, are they just trying to create an identity for themselves because they were slaves, or is there really
Tell the whole truth, devil.
something here? And the answer is most likely there is something there.
No, there's more than something there. All right, so that's enough. And we've seen some of these things before. Let's see what the small hat is going to say.
You know, practice the religion and keep to the kosher laws. But then there are people like me who are like half ethnically Jewish, but wasn't raised religiously, and I don't do any of that. To be honest, other than the fact that my dad was Jewish, I don't feel that Jewish. It's not an element in my life that I feel with that often. However, that does not mean that it doesn't have perks.
Stop.
Bar the
Stop.
There it is. There it is right there. Gotta get the perk.
There it is.
Oh, let me get these scoundrels off of my page. What is this? That's good. Anyway, you can go watch this. There's a lot. This lady, she's got a lot of this type of business on her page. She's got a lot of different little interview types, little TikToks of people confessing their reality or the fact that they've woken up or whatever. So, yeah, children shall complain. Let's get a couple of precepts and go ahead and close. Their children will complain. Might have to look that up on the phone. This thing acts a damn fool. Will complain of what? So, Lockett, bear with me as I get this. Sirach 41. Okay, no wonder it didn't pop up. Bear with me. Sirach 41 here. Cinema Shogun here. 41:8 or 41:7? Let's see. Right here. This is Sirach 41:7. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be a reproach for his sake. Okay? Well, we're watching that. I mean, we could read all of these. 6, the inheritance of sinners shall perish. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. Okay? So, all of that wealth that was passed down, we know where it comes from. Rape, robbery, and murder of indigenous people. They know. All right? So, right? Inherited lies, right? And I mean, we can do this all day, but we're in that time, okay? We're in the time that what? See, these things, a person can't hang his head in shame, right? About what your forefathers did until the truth comes out. What's the truth? That glorious gospel. Jeremiah 16:19, we'll end on this. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentile shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity and things wherein there is no profit. Let's get an example of that. Surely, who? Our ancestors have inherited, our fathers have inherited lies. Surely, let's see, it was this. They've been lied to. Let's get a quick
for a limited time.
Salakia, let's get a quick example of this, and then we'll close that. Yeah, this channel. Let's start right here. Let's see.
Too freaking late. I grew up culturally Jewish. My friends, my boyfriends, my life was surrounded by Jewish people. In fact, it was like kind of cool to be Jewish when I.
Slakia, bear with me. This is an example of our fathers have inherited lies.
To all Jews who support Palestine.
The Jews who are concerned or Israel when
starts at the top.
Hello and welcome to my channel. With me today I have an interesting video of a lady asking the Jews
Salakia,
on their backs and ignore it in the West Bank.
Bear with me. I'm trying to get her.
Educational material. What did you start to ask your perspectives? All time that just made them ask, what about Palestine? And the mythological lie that Israel was their land. Here's the video. This is a call-in to all Jews who support Palestine. All Jews who are concerned about what is happening in Gaza. Whether you are Jewish and in the diaspora or Jewish and living in Israel, I want to hear your perspectives on this. When did you realize that the Zionist mythology of Israel was a lie? When did you start to ask yourself the question of
what about Palestine? What was the moment? What was the experience? What was the educational material? What happened that got you to start questioning the mythology that you had been taught about Israel being our land? Our Muslim brothers and sisters, not only in Palestine, Gaza, and the West Bank, but all across the world, are suffering.
And because I will be sharing more experiences from the comments, here are the stitches.
Of what about Palestine?
Too freaking late. I started asking myself that question too freaking late. I grew up culturally Jewish. My friends, my boyfriends, my life was surrounded by Jewish people. In fact, it was like kind of cool to be Jewish when I grew up. I didn't even really know the concept of Zionism because Zionism was just Judaism, right? The idea that Israel should be a place, a safe haven for Jewish people. That just was what it was. The concept of birthright made total sense. I didn't even question it. The fact that the government would subsidize a trip to Israel so that you could see your homeland, that didn't strike me as weird at all. And the Jewish population is pretty small, so there's only a few degrees of separation between you and somebody who lives in Israel, and that just felt like part of the package of being Jewish. I didn't question the fact that after the Holocaust we would need a safe haven. And yes, 6 million people dying this close in terms of the history of the world is terrifying. And yes, Jewish people are not the most beloved people on the planet, right? Traditionally.
You think? Okay, so let's read this again because it's just so on point. Wait, what was it, Jeremiah? Surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. Right? It says what? We'll get one more out of that. The children will complain of an ungodly father. He lied to me, Dad, because they shall be reproached for his sake. While we're here, let's go to the famous dialogue of wisdom. Wisdom 5. Is it 5? No. Yeah, it's 5. 5 and 3, right? Let's go straight to Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 3. Just start at the top. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labor. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation so far beyond all that they look for. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot among the saints? Therefore we have erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness hath not shined unto us. The Son of Righteousness has not rose upon us. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. And there they are. She comes out and says it. I ain't never really been Jewish on the side a little bit, but I never felt it like that. See what she said.
Of Israel for the Jewish people, we're never going to have peace if we can't understand the grief and trauma and loss of the Palestinian people and what the state of Israel cost them.
What about Palestine?
There are some last one. These devils.
Palestine.
So as an American Jew, I feel like I've had a lot of brushes with Zionism and just like sort of narrowly avoided each one. It started when I was in Hebrew school. This is about 3rd grade, and we get a teacher who is from Israel, has recently moved to the area. And in 4th grade, I had his wife. Both of them, obviously, since they just come from Israel, talked all about Israel. And I found this like incredibly irrelevant to me. I had only gone to Hebrew school because my mom told me I could get my ears pierced when I had a bat mitzvah. So
So I wasn't feeling it.
Was really only there for that. And my connection to Judaism came really from what I knew of my family's history, which was in Eastern Europe, Hungary, Lithuania, Romania, Ukraine, places like that, and then in New York, where we first emigrated to. So Israel just like did not seem relevant to me at all, and I
That's all you need. Well, when you're not the people, what do you do? We'll go ahead and end it right there. Going back to Matthew. Yeah, it's clear to see where we're at in this thing. Okay, let's look at this. See, because everybody is knowing now. Everybody is pretty clear that, oh, you know what? That ain't us. The NIV, Matthew 24:14, and this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then will the end come. It says, will be preached, and the good news about the kingdom will be preached throughout the whole world so that all nations will hear it. And then the end will come. Okay? And we clearly are in that time. It's pretty easy to see. When they start saying Kanye and Kyrie, which Kyrie right now is being made to look like a damn clown, right? Which he is, because he took that bag. But anyway, the truth is out there. This is an indication of how close we are to what? The end? It's coming now because everybody on earth is true, and they're dealing with it. All right, so with that, we hope that the elect were edified, you brothers and sisters. Shalom.